The month is winding down, and that means it's time for the maybe series. Hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex, and today is the January 2025 maybe series. The month is almost over, and that means the year is almost over, if you can believe it. I really can't. I don't know where the year went, but it's pretty much gone now. I hope whatever holiday you were celebrating was amazing. I, for one, am very glad the holidays are over. It's just been a lot, okay? Like, I'm very drained from the holiday hubbub, and it's like really not over for us yet over here. I still have a lot of like engagements that I have to attend between now and next month. So yeah, I'm still trucking along slowly. I'm gonna make it. It'll be fine. But yeah, I hope however and whatever and whoever you celebrated with, it was everything it needed to be for you. Before we get into it, make sure you hit all the buttons down below so you know when I'm posting. I post every week, and all we do on this channel is talk about books. So if you like listening to people talk about books, here I am every week doing just that for you. So today is the Maybe series, and if you're new here, the Maybe series is a list of books I compiled towards the end of the month of what I might read in the upcoming month. I usually pare down this list for my final lineup. I read between 2 and 3 books a month. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Life just happens, right? And we have to adjust. There's always a spot on my monthly lineup for my book club book. I run a book club. And yeah, so today what we're going to do is I'll put a little picture of the book here, and I'll tell you why I put it on the list or what interests me. The synopsis, if I remember what it is. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And yeah, so the Maybe series is usually pretty short and pretty to the point, and it's just what I'm interested in reading in the upcoming month. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. The first book on the Maybes list for January is Beneath Cruel Waters by John Bassoff. So when I was, toiling away and looking at what I wanted to read in January, I was very immediately realizing that I don't really read books by male authors. I don't know. I don't really have a defense or an excuse for this. I think typically in the past I've just been disappointed in how male authors represent women. And so typically if it's a male author and like the synopsis implies that the main character is a female, I just won't read it because it typically just doesn't work out for me. There are a few outliers, well, like a lot of outliers, obviously, but for the most part, I just kind of skip male authors. I don't know. I don't feel like it's a super intentional thing. I just think it's something that happens for me. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have an excuse or like a defense. I really don't know why this happens, but I came across this, and it is about a young man. I think he's like in his 30s maybe. He ends up going home after his mother commits suicide, and as he's kind of like going through the house and going through memories or whatever, he finds like a photograph of a dead body. That's all I can really remember about it, and like somehow this is linked to his sister that is institutionalized somehow. Like I said, I don't really remember that much about the synopsis. I do remember it sounded pretty good, and that I was interested in how this ended up working out. People were saying it's exceedingly thrilling, and that it has a really good hook at the beginning. So yeah, I don't know. I just put it on the list. The next book on the list is Nightbitch by Yoder. Okay, so if you don't know, like just based on the title, there is a movie starring Amy Adams that is based off this book, okay? And let me tell you, when I watch, because the clip for this movie or this show or what, I think it's on Hulu, is everywhere. It's all over any social media or app that I have right now, okay? And let me tell you, that commercial looks cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm not even joking. Like, I've watched so many different versions of it, and I'm like, I'm never watching that. And I love Amy Adams. That's the thing. I love Amy Adams. And I'm not the only person that feels this way, okay? Anytime I go into a comment section with this clip, like the trailer or the pitch or whatever, there's just tons of people being like, this looks awful. I hate this. I don't think anyone's going to like this. Amy Adams should have turned this part down. Like, so I don't know. Okay. And then I was scrolling, as one does, and the book popped up. I hadn't even realized it was adapted. Like, the book was adapted. The movie was adapted from a book. I had no idea that this book even existed. So then I started looking into the book, and people have commented on the book how riveting it is, how many amazing parallels it has to the modern day Mother, and also how it has really hot takes on misogyny and conforming gender roles and things like that. A lot of people had some really positive buzz about this book, so I looked into it even more. The reviews are mixed, honestly. Like, it's a high 3 is what it's rated on Goodreads. But yeah, mostly positive buzz about this book, you know, as opposed to the trailer for the film. And so I was like, maybe I'll try and read it, because I am interested in the movie simply because Amy Adams is starring in it, and like, I've never watched anything with her that I've hated. But yeah, the trailer looks weird. Really weird, okay? But the book has a lot of good reviews, okay? And it is centered around a lot of things that interest me. Basically, this is about a stay-at-home mom whose husband travels a lot. She's got like a 2-year-old, and somewhere along the lines of just like being in the throes of stay-at-home motherhood, which is a lot, she sort of taps into this feral side of womanhood. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that, because I can't really remember much else of what was described in the synopsis. But like I said, a lot of people who have read this book have said it has really great takes on womanhood, motherhood, misogyny. So yeah, it really piqued my interest. So we'll see. I mean, I might not even be able to get this book, but it popped up for me and I thought I'd share it with you guys. The next book on the list is When She Was Me by Marlee Bush. This one is marketed as a thriller. It's supposed to be about a set of twins that live sort of in this like national park area, if I'm remembering correctly. And they live very secluded, and they live in like a rental home on this national park, and nobody really bothers them until someone moves into the cabin next to them. And then shortly after this person, I think she's a woman too, moves in, she's found dead. And the twins both say that the crime scene reminds them of another crime scene that they know. And then it kind of breaks down into like each of the twins is harboring something from the other, and they have to dig into each other's secrets to figure everything out. This had super good reviews. I like the cover. It sounds thrilling. I like the whole idea of it, okay? So yeah, I put it on the list. I really don't have anything else to say about this one. I've been missing thrillers lately. I think I said that in one of my former posts, because I just haven't been reading them lately. I've been bogged down with other stuff. Like, I've been committed to reading other things, and now that my options are kind of like opening up a bit, or I'm not like limiting myself, I want to get back to thrillers. So this one popped up for me, so on the list it is. The next book on the list is Ladybirds by Raeta. So this author pops up a lot for me on TikTok. I don't know very much about her. She seems like a really good person, and I love the covers of her books. A lot of people talk insanely highly of her and her books. This book is supposed to be about a girl that is haunted by a ghost that's like thousands of years old, but that's also like sort of grumpy, but loves to help her with her college literature class. I don't know. I can't really determine what kind of book this is going to be. Like, is it going to be a thriller? Is it just going to be sort of like a fiction book? Is it going to be supernatural in a scary way, or is it just supernatural? The reviews for this, insanely good. Okay, and a lot of people comment that Raeta's writing is just poetic and beautiful and timeless. And so, I don't know, it sounded really interesting. It is sort of outside my normal box that I read, but I've been wanting to read this author, and this is the only one of her books that is a standalone. And so, I don't know. And also, like, again, the rating's really, really good. This book is making, I think, a second appearance on this channel. It's Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. So many people have buzzed about this book. So many people have talked about Jason Rekulak, like, a lot this year. I think I tried to get his other book, like The Last Guest at the Wedding or something like that. And I think I had that in a lineup for 1 month, and then I just ran out of time, or I couldn't access it, or something like that. Like, I wanted to read that book and I couldn't get it. So Hidden Pictures is back on. Like I said, people have been buzzing about this book for a long time. This one is about a babysitter, or I think she's like a live-in nanny. Anyway, she's watching this 5-year-old, and he starts drawing pictures, like very detailed pictures of what look to be potential crime scenes. And I'm assuming from there it branches off into being like sort of a crime mystery style book, maybe a thriller or something like that. Like I said, lots of buzz about Jason Rekulak. His books have been highly rated for a long time. Everyone's been talking about him. I want to see if I can get this book, because I think I did try to get at least one of his books at some point and I couldn't. So yeah, we'll see. This is the last one. It's The Stranger in Her House by John Mars. This one is a thriller, and when I was reading the synopsis, I felt like I was being gaslit. So I feel like the book is probably going to be very like gaslighty or like narcissistic personality disorder type stuff. I don't know. Sometimes that's really hard for me because I literally feel crazy when I'm reading them. But this one is about a man that starts helping an elderly woman. Like, he is part of some sort of volunteer program or something and starts coming over and helping her with her dishes and things around her house and everything, which this old woman happens to love. Who doesn't love all that is this old woman's daughter, because she takes care of her mother, and she's very proud of the fact that she takes care of her mother and that her and her mother have this wonderful relationship, and she likes that her mother still depends on her and loves her and needs her around. And so when this man sort of starts interjecting himself into their familial dynamic, it sort of sets her off a little bit, and she has this really weird vibe from him from the beginning. Like, there's just something about him she doesn't like. And then all of a sudden, this man now is moving into their home. And the daughter is like not okay with it, but the old woman was like, that's her mother, is just in love with this man. Not like romantically in love, like emotionally attached. Like, she probably sees him as some sort of a extension of their family or something like that. And so, yeah, then the daughter starts to try and like pick apart this guy and figure out what the deal is, and that's sort of what the whole book is about. Like I said, from reading the synopsis, I literally felt like I was being lied to by this guy. Like, already. I don't know. The reviews for this are pretty good. This one has me really interested because I want to see how good Mars could really like freak me out. I feel like it's gonna be good. But I don't know. We'll just have to see if I can get it. I don't know how available any of these titles are, so yeah, that's kind of what it comes down to, is availability. But yeah, this one definitely sounded interesting. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I know it's kind of short, but like the Maybe series is always kind of short, and I didn't make myself a big list this month. I also didn't really know what I want to read in January. Like I said, I'm still coming off like the holiday craze, and everything feels really scattered. I feel really disoriented. I feel really tired. Work has already picked back up for me, which on the one hand, great. On the other hand, I'm tired. So yeah, the next time I see you guys, it will be the new year, and we will be doing the December wrap up. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about what I read in December. It was a pretty good month, and I'll be interested to see how my 2024 goals played out, like whether I hit them or not. It will be a surprise for everybody. Make sure you hit all the buttons down below so you know when I'm posting. I post every week. Please leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Maybe tell me about your highlights from 24. Like, maybe what you're excited to let go of, or what you were so proud of yourself for accomplishing this year. Tell me what you're reading this month, what you read last month, what you're looking forward to reading in 25. I love hearing from all of you. Whatever it is you want to tell me, I enjoy listening to all of you guys. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today, and I will see you all next year. Bye!